started with that? Okay, Kristen shared that example. Because people are unclear that creating new context is at the source of breakthroughs, people think the whole game is about creating a breakthrough. But creating breakthroughs is only the beginning of the game. The Landmark Forum was the beginning of the game. Not the game, not the whole deal. No, you have a whole life now. That was just the beginning. That breakthrough in your relationship with your mom or your sister or yourself, that's the beginning. The real game begins after you create a breakthrough. That was a breakthrough. Great. What do you think the real game is after you create a breakthrough? The real game is tending to, managing, and expanding the context that created the breakthrough in the first place. I'll say that again. The real game is tending to, managing, and expanding the context that created the breakthrough in the first place. Because if you're not engaged in that, what happens to the breakthrough? Where does it go? It doesn't go away. It becomes what?
Business as usual.
Just business. Who said that? Business as usual. It just becomes business as usual. Oh, there's my wife Andrea. No, it's not like that for me after 40 years. That's the woman I'm in love. That's the woman I'm in love with. But I'm tending to that. Pretty much every day. Almost no one pays attention to tending to, managing, and expanding the context that created the breakthrough in the first place. This is so good, you guys. Then, when breakdowns happen, people ignore the context that created the breakthrough in the first place. So, when you ignore the context, then what do you have left? What you're left with is trying to fix something. And that something that you're trying to fix is something that's what? Wrong. Wrong. The access to sustaining a breakthrough is to continually generate the context that caused that breakthrough in the first place. That's what we've been doing here. Came on a Landmark Forum, and we're engaged in training and developing you to create new context. That's what the seminars are about, creating new context. Whether you go do the money seminar, that you create a whole new context about sex, effectiveness, any one you go into, that's what we're at work on. It's training you and bringing present the methodology that allows you to live a life of transformation, a life of breakthroughs. Generating context and possibility is the access to expanding breakthroughs. So, I'd like you to share with the partner, what are you seeing as possible for yourself out of taking on being someone who creates and manages context for breakthrough results? I'll say that again. You ready? I want you to share with your partner, what are you seeing as possible for yourself out of taking on being someone who creates and manages context for breakthrough results? Does that communicate? You want me to say it again?
Yes.
Okay. It's simple. all right, so don't get it complicated. What are you seeing, okay, for yourself out of taking on? So I'm taking on being somebody who creates and manages context. I'm taking that on. I'm not even quite clear what it means, but I'm taking that on. I'm going to manage and be responsible for the context that I created. And what does that make possible? So you're speculating about what does that make possible if I take on managing that context that I created. So you're seeing as what's possible for yourself out of taking on being someone who creates and manages context for breakthrough results. Okay? So you're going to share it with your partner. Don't worry about getting it right.